spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Raiders will put total leather to crank us up. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The give on the inside. Picks up the first down, still moving. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC Championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up. And you watch the way they run their offense, usually it starts with the physicality in the ground game.
They're dealing with a second and long. The offense changing the play. To throw, it's Nussmeier. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Anderson. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They'll run for it. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on fourth down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise. Turning on the Jets. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll ride the hot hand. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Let's talk for just a second about Texas Tech. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
To the air. It's Morton. Gets it out quickly. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Great job by the running back on this play. It's a big third down, and his ability to catch the ball, turn around, get north, make a guy miss, and go move the sticks. Awesome individual effort.
The Red Raiders are on the move. On the ground with the counter. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. This crowd knows when to bring it. Here's a quick throw out to the left. They make the stop after the catch, but it'll be first and goal from the 10.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. No good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss.
Well, they knew coming into this game touchdowns were going to be real hard to come by going up against this defense. So when you got opportunities to kick field goals, you've got to come away with 3 points. You're not going to get these chances very often.
Off play action on first down. Fires to the right. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Red Raiders in a good spot here with second and short. Looking for space. It's Joyner. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and we'll get ready to change sides for the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Caught in the backfield, it's Virgil. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Got it behind the line. It's Virgil. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Makes the grab, it's Durham. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The Tigers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Snap it to the back. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the running game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Finds space on the right. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. Think about when Garrett Nussmeier goes into the quarterback room at LSU and there are giant murals of Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels, Heisman winners. Jesse, that's some pressure. But, man, if he can cut down on the turnovers, he might join them.
Yeah, there's no question about it, Reese. This guy has a lot of talent. I really also just appreciate the fact that he stayed put at LSU. In an era of college football where especially quarterbacks are transferring 2, 3, 4 times, naming off those guys you just did, it would have been so easy for Nussmeier to try to find another opportunity somewhere else. He believes LSU is the best situation for him to win a national championship and get him off to the NFL.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's Nussmeier. Got his man. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Touchdown, LSU! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And he finished it with a scintillating 28-yarder to the house. Fair catch called for and made. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. On the ground, it's Joyner. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Red Raiders with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Motion from the wideout. Caught in the backfield, it's Hudson. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Man, what a great play by that quarterback. There's so much space out here in football, the way they spread you out. But to be able to break on the football when it's thrown on those quick passes like that, nice job by the quarterback.
Looking to pass, it's Morton. Caught close to the marker, it's Eakin. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, Who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Grab behind the line. It's Eakin. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Williams. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's 4th down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Flushed out of the pocket. Throwing on the run. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. Out of bounds at the 20, and just like that, from their own territory to the red zone. They're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. From the red zone, it's Durham. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the 1st down.
It's hard to stop great runs. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Green. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole 1st half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll call for the fair catch here. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. From the gun, running back gets the give.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the 1st half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Scanning the field, it's Morton. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
He gets a block. The coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Hilton. Turns it on in midfield. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. The throw. Makes the grab. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Well, it's a nice job by the receiver getting out of bounds to save some clock. You're probably at a field goal range, so you're thinking Hail Mary here at the end of the first half.
And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Tigers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking for a man. It's Morton. Bringing the heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Hit as he throws. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Red Raiders will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Handoff from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
The sure hands, it's Durham. And they're able to make the tackle. LSU quick to the line. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Using the quick game. There he goes! And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're
pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. He might want another play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires to the middle. Intercepted to stop the threat. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Red Raiders can really attack on this 2nd and short. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Caught behind the line. It's Williams. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
On the direct snap, it's Joyner. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Looking to throw, it's Morton. Snagged in the middle, it's Carter. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball is going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him.
He lets one fly deep. Got it inside the 10. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, LSU 17, Texas Tech 0.
They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. On the direct snap, it's Joyner. Buying some time as he moves left. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
They'll move the wide receiver. Caught in the backfield. It's Eakin. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Man, and this is why coaches get paid the big bucks. You get the stop here. I'm down multiple possessions. Do I kick it now because it's a hard 4th down, or am I putting the foot on the pedal and staying aggressive to try to get a touchdown?
A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Gets it out fast. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football, be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the snap, it's Durham. Shakes off the defender. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few. Still some work to do for the 1st down.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football. They're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Making side adjustments here. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. He's got it. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. LSU right back to the line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the grab on the left. And he will score! Touchdown, Bayou Bengals! With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
Number 34. That's a kickoff.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game.